Good evening. Major parts of downtown Toronto suddenly went dark this afternoon. Hospitals, university campuses, shopping malls all hit by a sudden power outage. The busy downtown core screeching to a halt as streetlights went out, with drivers attempting to safely navigate the area. Some of the lights may be back and the billboards may be illuminated, but just a few hours ago, Yonge Dundas Square was dark, causing some chaos in the streets right outside our studios here at City News. It all started about 12:30 when a large area from Lakeshore all the way up to College suddenly turned off. Many are still without their power and a number of stores remain closed. And here's a look at Toronto Hydro's live map of where the power is out. Just moments ago, the service said they have been able to restore power to about half of impacted customers. At its height, up to 10,000 customers were without power. It sounds like the estimate for full restoration is 1 a.m. Now, the root cause could be just feet away from where our David Zura is tonight. And David, what's going down at the Portlands at this hour?
Well, it looks like a barge carrying a crane getting caught on high voltage transmission wires may have been to blame for that power outage in downtown Toronto earlier today. As you can see, the barge is still here this evening in the canal. Now, if you look really closely, just on top, it appears two of those lines are still draped over top of the crane that sits on the barge. Now, it appears here that the scene is stable. For the past few hours, we have seen workers on board that barge as well. And those lines, if we take a look just over here towards the actual tower, you can see where a part of those lines used to connect, and that spot there is still dangling. Now, the moment that crane got caught on those wires was also caught on tape. That footage was shared with City News from somebody who works here in the area. And you can see the crane not quite high enough to pass under the wires, gets hooked. The moment those wires finally give way, you can see the sparks start flying. Meanwhile, earlier today, we spoke with Toronto Fire Services on site, and they confirmed there were no injuries, but told us the department suddenly reviewed, or rather received, a high number of calls for service in the downtown area.
When power of this nature is interrupted, you get elevator problems and other areas in the downtown core.
Now, in the aftermath of the incident, Toronto Hydro looking to Hydro One, saying they lost the power from them. Hydro One then confirming that they are investigating this incident here in the Portlands as the cause of that power outage. Now, we're also hearing that right now it's a race against the clock. Staff on site telling us that two large crane trucks have arrived and they're going to get to work grounding the canal. There's shipping traffic just down in the canal that's scheduled to leave first thing in the morning, and that means that barge has to be out of here before then. Anytime now, we're expecting recovery work to get underway. In the Portlands, David Zura, City News.